This is not a joke. This is not The Onion. InfoWars now officially has White House press credentials. Now, the story is a little more complicated than that, and I'll get into it here for you. But this is Jerome Corsi, Washington Bureau Chief of InfoWars. He said, "We have White House press credentials. I'm in the White House, May 22nd, 2017. Now, at first, InfoWars wrote an article about this, of course, and Jerome Corsi, obviously, as you can see, tweeted about it. But they're being a little misleading because they didn't get permanent press credentials. They got a daily press pass, and apparently that's much easier to get, and they give it to, like, students who are visiting and stuff like that. So, InfoWars being misleading as usual here, but yeah, there's still a story. This is still a story. I think it's still worth talking about. Now, why? Why is it so worth talking about? Well, for those of you who don't know, this guy Jerome Corsi, who I just showed you a tweet from, he went on a crusade trying to prove that Obama is gay. There's levels of conspiracy theorists, and you have to be like top conspiracy clearance to be on the Obama is gay bandwagon. But he even eclipsed that level of conspiracy theorist and created his own upper level when he said that Obama was part of a conspiracy where he tried to nuke North Carolina. Yes. InfoWars Washington Bureau Chief thought Obama was trying to nuke North Carolina. And Alex Jones himself of InfoWars literally thinks Obama is demonic. He always talks about, he smells like sulfur and there's always flies around him. He actually believes, we've covered the story, he says he's demonic. Like, he's actually demonic. Sometimes the Antichrist, sometimes demonic. Alex believes in interdimensional time travel. And he thinks the Sandy Hook massacre was a hoax. It was a conspiracy so that Obama could take all the guns. By the way, how'd that work out? See, they say things and they just put them in this non-falsifiable box. Like, Sandy Hook was a hoax, so Obama's using it to come take all the guns. Okay, but Obama didn't come take all the guns. Yeah, okay, but it's still a hoax. But then your entire motive is gone. There's no more motive. He didn't take the gun, so what are you talking about? Doesn't make any sense. That's not true. Well, it's still a hoax. But that you said it was a hoax. Why? To take all the guns. But they didn't take all the guns. So what happened? They just did the hoax for funsies? Like, yeah, let's stage the thing, and then we're doing it for nothing, no reason. It's not a hoax, you fucking idiots! Okay, so, you ready for this gigantic twist in the story? This is such a big twist it'll make your head spin. I don't care that they have press credentials. Now, that requires a little more explanation and a little more context. So, I do care that the way they make the decision is just utter bullshit. Like, they will give it to any fucking shitty establishment outlet. Like, take CNBC, for example. CNBC, right before the subprime mortgage crisis and the Great Recession, all of their hosts said the market's going to be fine, there's going to be no downturn. So they were objectively wrong about one of the biggest events in modern history. And they say we're financial experts. And this is something that a financial expert would know. None of them knew it. None of them. But they're still like, yeah, totally legitimate. Why? I don't know. I say so. So we're just going to go ahead. They get press credentials. Now, other people, there are many left-wing outlets who saw this coming from a mile away. They don't get press credentials. I know many progressive outlets, independent progressive outlets, who tried to get press credentials. No. You can't get it. So establishment outlets who are wrong about everything can get it, but outsider, independent, progressive outlets, no, you can never get it. So, but to me, the solution isn't, hey, let's ban more people and more outlets from going in there. My solution is the exact opposite. If you're going to have the White House press briefings, let everybody in. Let everybody in. Whoever wants a press pass should get a press pass. I don't give a fuck if it's a centrist establishment bullshit outlet. I don't give a fuck if it's a right-wing outlet. I don't give a fuck if it's a communist outlet or a white nationalist outlet. I mean, to have a process wherein the government ascertains and determines which outlets are the most legitimate that we're going to allow in the room to hear us talk, no, I think that's fucking gross. And I would let everybody in. I would let because it's not the government's job to determine what is and isn't fake news. And, you know, hey, let me tell you who I'm going to give credibility to. No, let them all in. Credibility or no credibility. I don't give a fuck. It's just you the government talking. Now, some people say, well, look, the room's not big enough. Get a bigger room. Get a bigger room. Do it. So, I really don't give a shit. I mean, look, as far as that different outlets go, they're one of the dumbest, if not the dumbest. I mean, there's InfoWars, and then there's WorldNet Daily, who are just the worst of the worst. WorldNet Daily ran stories about, you know, when Obama did his trip to Africa and he was in like Kenya or something, there was a little like glitch in the camera, and they said they played that video and said, "Look, a demon ran in front of the camera." I'm not kidding. And they ran it like as if it's fact, like a story, like breaking demon runs in front of camera because Obama's there in Africa. So don't mistake what I'm saying as me saying, well, look, they have credibility. No, they don't. They have no credibility whatsoever. But I don't care. I would still give everybody press credentials, even though the dumbest among us, the smartest among us, whatever. Just give it to everybody, because I don't like the vetting process of like, you're legitimate, you're not legitimate, because the government is guaranteed to get that wrong, and they do get that wrong. That's without question. So, the fucked up angle of it is, you know, if InfoWars gets something that other outlets do not get who are much more legitimate. But in this case, I'm not even sure that happened because it's day pass versus, you know, permanent press pass.